Things are heating up quickly in Denmark. Family issues arise in the Elsinore kingdom as rumors spread throughout the castle that King Hamlet was killed by his best friend, longtime companion, even his brother, Claudius. Here are the stories of a family clinging together by the threads of a once unstoppable kingdom. Welcome to this episode of 2020. Hamlet, thank you for joining us. So, having a new stepfather, what would you say your relationship is like with him?
Well, me and Uncle Claudius used to get along pretty well, but I don't know, since he married my mom, I just think it's been really, really weird, and I think he did some pretty disturbing things to get to where he is now in order to marry my mother and become the king. And really, I just think that he's power hungry. I don't know how else to put it.
How does it make you feel to know that your mother is married to such a power-hungry man?
Well, how would it make you feel to know that your uncle killed your dad so that he could marry your mom? I mean, it's just weird. And honestly, the wedding was just to save a few bucks. The leftovers from the funeral dinner made a convenient wedding banquet. Honestly, I'd rather have met my fiercest enemy in heaven than have lived through that terrible day.
Did you ever feel threatened by King Claudius?
Well, no, I mean, he is my brother after all. I didn't think that he would ever do something like that to me, so I never really did feel threatened.
So tell us, Mr. Ghost, are you really the ghost of Hamlet's deceased father?
Well, I mean...
What did the ghost tell you?
Well, the ghost told me some interesting things, to say the least. I remember one of the things he told me is that my uncle actually killed my father in order to take his place on the throne. Basically, my dad, apparently this is what the ghost told me, my dad was asleep one day, and my uncle Claudius came up to him, put some poison in his ears, and then he died. So, I mean, really, I don't know if that's true or not, but I've been keeping my cool. I think I've kept my cool pretty well about the whole deal, so...
But others in the kingdom thought that Hamlet was acting suspiciously. Take it from the king himself, Claudius. How did you know that he was acting strange?
Well, Polonius and I kind of baited the trap. We sent Ophelia out there, and then we were hiding, and we wanted to kind of see what went down, if you know what I mean. And yeah, we did see him talking to himself, and then basically screaming at Ophelia. So that was kind of weird.
So you were spying on Polonius's daughter?
Well, yeah, but with Polonius, so I mean, really, it wasn't that weird. So.
But do you think that Hamlet liked Ophelia?
Well, Hamlet certainly was mad, but I don't think it was because of Ophelia. And don't tell anybody I said this, but it's because she's not much to look at, to be honest. So.
Our reports show that Hamlet was acting strange. Witnesses say he said things like, "I have heard of your paintings too, well enough. God has given you one face and you make yourselves another. You jig and amble, and you lisp. You nickname God's creatures and make your wantonness your ignorance. Go to, I'll no more on it. Hath made me mad. I'll say we'll have no more marriages. Those that are married already, all but one shall live. The rest shall keep as they are. To another, go." Do you have any idea what he's talking about? We don't either. Were you insulted by things that Hamlet was saying to you? Saying that you should go to a nunnery?
Oh, I should say so. Oh, how noble his mind used to be, and how lost he is now. He used to have a gentleman's grace, a scholar's wit, and a soldier's strength. He used to be the jewel of our country, the obvious heir to the throne, the one everyone admired and imitated. And now he has fallen so low. And of all the miserable women who once enjoyed hearing his sweet words, I am the most miserable. A mind that used to sing so sweetly is now completely out of tune, making harsh sounds instead of fine notes. The unparalleled appearances and nobility he had in the full bloom of his youth has been ruined by madness. Oh, how miserable I am to see Hamlet now and know what he was before. So, after that whole mess, that whole scene with Ophelia, I decided that I would find the truth out once and for all.
What did you do?
So basically my idea was to have a play performed in the castle where the players recreate the alleged scene with my uncle killing my dad. And then if my uncle even so much as looked away, then I'd know that he's guilty of what he did. And what happened? Claudius ran out, and it was obvious that the guilt had finally gotten to him, so I just knew that he had done it.
It was here that the unexpected happened, an event that would change Hamlet's relationship with everyone he knew and loved forever.
Yeah, so I was looking for Claudius, and I went into my mom's room, and I heard something moving behind her tapestry, and my friends know that I'm a little sword happy, so I pulled it out, and I, did a little stab into the curtain.
But it wasn't the king, was it?
Yeah, no, it wasn't my uncle. That's actually kind of a funny story. It was Polonius. So yeah, it was Ophelia's dad. So I pretty much ruined my chances with her. Not like I ruined my chances with her before when I told her to go to a nunnery or anything, but so when I look at it right now, I'm kind of like, ooh man, that wasn't not very good. But I know that in the future I can look back and think, it's all just kind of a funny coincidence. I'll be able to laugh at myself eventually, so.
So you probably aren't the biggest fan of Hamlet right now, correct? I mean, after the killing of your father and the suicide of your sister and all?
No. No, I'm actually not the biggest fan of Hamlet right now. I mean, he killed my dad, so obviously I don't really like him right now. But the king and I, we made this plan together, and it should work, because we want to get rid of Hamlet for good. So what we decided to do is we decided to arrange a duel so that we could duel it out like gents, if you know what I mean. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to poison the tip of my sword. So if I even brush his skin, he'll be poisoned and die. And just in case that doesn't work, because I'm not a very good fencer, I kind of suck, but just in case that doesn't work, I'm going to drop a pearl into the goblet. And the pearl is going to be poisoned, and it's going to poison the goblet filled with wine. And the king is going to offer it to him after he makes a good hit or something. And so if I don't kill him by poisoning him with my sword, then the king will kill him by poisoning him, by offering a poisoned glass of wine. So, I mean, I think it should work. So, hoping for the best.
Will the duel settle this monstrous dispute? Will Hamlet make amends with Laertes and all the other people he pissed off? Find out next time on 2020.